So welcome to revision 16, and we're looking a lot on coordinates and transformations, etc. So this question here says write down the coordinates of point A. Well, you go along the corridor up the stairs, so point A is 3, 2. Write down the coordinates of B, go back along and down, so it's -2, -1. So x, y, like the alphabet, x first then y. It says plot point C at point 0, 2. 0, 2 means you don't go across anywhere, you just go up. So that's C. And then plot the points -3, 1 and label this D. -3, 1, label that D. So that's where those go. Then we get this one here. It says the ABCD is a parallelogram, so double pairs of parallel sides. Work out where D is going to be. So here's my parallelogram, and I can sort of work out that actually I'm going to be somewhere around here. Okay, it's going to be the same distance across back from there, and that's a distance of 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go back 3, 1, 2, 3, there. So that's where my D is going to be. And my coordinate for D is 1, 1. So that's how you do those ones. Now let's look at transformation. Here's one I made earlier. This one here, it says transform, so reflect this shape. Now when you reflect a shape in the mirror line, you've got to make sure that you are the same distance from the shape to the mirror line. So if that's a distance of 1, that's where you're going to go there. This is a distance of 2 and it's perpendicular, so it's direct 2. That's a distance of 3. That's a distance of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then draw it in, and it should look obvious. Okay, so that's how you do the reflection along there. And in this one, it is draw the line of reflection here. So this one, drawing the line of reflection, it's the same distance. So if I count, there are 6 across, so half that is 3. My mirror line would be there. And that's how I do it. Now sometimes with these questions, it could be that that's rotated around as well. And that's called center of rotation, which is a bit more complicated. And we're going to get to that one in a second. Actually, we can look at it now, I think. So let's just sketch it down here. So here we go, and it's there, and it wants to go away. It says there's a problem. Rotate this shape 90 degrees about the center 1, 2. So 1, 2 is there, and you've got to rotate this shape 90 degrees clockwise. So remember, clockwise is that way, around there, around that center. So to do this, what you need to do is you need to have an arm that stretches out like that, and that's the arm you're going to rotate. So what you do is you get your protractor, and you can see 90 degrees outside is somewhere along here. So my rotated arm is going to go somewhere along here. I'll draw it like that. So it's going to end up somewhere here. So now what I do is I measure. You can do it with coordinates as well. Sometimes the coordinate points will help you. So I measure, that is 3 centimeters. So 3 centimeters, boom. So that point goes there. And I know that this shape, if it's rotated by 90 degrees, let's just tear up a bit here, show you what I mean. So if this is the shape and it's rotated 90 degrees, it's going to go like that, straight like that. So I can see that that's going to go straight like that. Okay, and so then you can just draw it out, and it will become kind of obvious. And that is 90 degrees clockwise. So next ones we have to do. Just let me pause this for a second because there is an issue with my computer. Okay, so computer's crashed, but I still got this, and I think I remember what it is, so I'll put up on YouTube once it all comes up. Now this one is a pretty difficult question. It wants to rotate this shape from A to B here, and this means the rotation. Now this is quite complex to do. Okay, so one way to do this is to just get a sheet of paper that you're allowed to use, a tracing paper, and I'm going to trace over the shape. Okay, trace over that and trace over that, but also the important bit there, that is the origin. So now I effectively want to go across, and now what I'm going to do is get a sharp pen. Where's the lid on this one gone? So I get a sharp pen, like this pen here, and I put a dot there in the center and see if it rotates around. And look at that, it actually does rotate. I could have guessed there, and you can't see it very easily, but I can see through the page where the center is going to be, and it really does look like it's the origin. But I'm just going to, and I can just keep practicing until I get it, and see if I work. And that's a really nice way of doing this, because it's always going to be in an obvious place. If they ask a question like this, it's not going to be in a confusing one, and the origin is always a good starting point. Is there a more mechanical way of doing it? Yes, there is. Let me show you, but don't panic if it seems too confusing, because you can just do that trial and error, which I think is a really neat way of solving what could be a complicated question. You see, in order to do this correctly, I need to join 2 points up, and of course it's very difficult. I'm going to join those 2 lines up there, and then I'm going to find halfway, which is 6, to a perpendicular line using these string bits here, and my center of rotation must be somewhere along that line. Join 2 other known points. I think that goes with that one there, which is a different color. You can see it is quite complex, so that point connects to that point, so join a line and then find halfway, which is 5, so it's 2.5 there. Now perpendicular line, and as you can see, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's where it is, just where we thought it would be. It's in the origin, and now what you need to understand is that's turned a quarter. So you'd say it is rotation, because you need to say that, about the center, so about origin, 0, 0, and it's 90 degrees. It's done a quarter turn, so 90 degrees clockwise. It's quite a complicated question, that one. Now this one simply says the shape to the left, this shape here, is translated by 4, 2. Translated means just a shift, 4 across, 2 up. That one indicates going left or right. It's positive, so go to the right. This is up or down, and it's because it's positive, it means go up. So I'm going to translate the shape. I'm going to take 1 point there, go 4 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go 2 up, 1, 2. So actually the shape goes outside mine to that point there, and that's what the shape would look like, a simple translation. And then it says write down the translation vector from B to A. So this is A, this is B. I want to go from B to A, so I'm going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going back 4, down 2, and that's how you do those ones. Awesome.